everybody. Welcome to the live stream. We had a few technical difficulties, so I don't know if I accidentally created two live streams. So if you got notifications for a gigantic gray rectangle with no title, sorry about that. YouTube has a fantastic way of setting all this up. Anyways, I've got a whole bunch of new stuff out here tonight. We're going to be talking all about this. We're going to be talking about my most recent completed project, which is the thing in the thumbnail that's so shiny that you can't see it. And I'm going to show it here in a sec. And then we're going to talk about my very first custom knife ever and the fact that it is currently being created. I wanted you guys to know that tonight I am joined by the lovely Mrs. MC. You want to say hi? You have to say it louder.
Hi.
She's going to be watching the chat and doing the busy work for me and selecting the questions tonight. Oh, yeah, by the way, I changed my background back to the... It's not... So I started off with... in the early days of the channel, it was whatever the truck was, because I was in a vehicle. Then it was a doormat. It was the underside of a doormat. Then it was a different doormat. Then I changed to vinyl upholstery that looked like carbon fiber that was black. Then I changed it to medium gray. Then I changed it to white. And now I've changed it back to a charcoal gray carbon fiber. So I hope you're all...
Thrilling story.
Yes. Wonderful story. People are like, oh my God, I'm so interested in exactly what shade of vinyl upholstery he uses for the background of his channel. They're all saying hi to you. They want you to say hi back.
I already said hi.
Address them. Hang on, guys. 1 sec. Both of us are. We have to.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. All right. She's in a country tough folding chair, and she's curled up underneath a blanket because apparently it's freezing down here. As soon as we get about 100 people in here, I will show the thing that was in the thumbnail. Let's see. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? I use placemats. That's fine. I think that's that's the thing is if you have a YouTube channel and it's tabletop overview style like this, you just whatever you want to have as the background works just fine.
Someone suggested you make it even lighter gray.
A slightly lighter gray? Should we make it slightly lighter than what it is, a bit less? So you mean between like dark medium gray and medium gray? So like medium half medium gray? Oh man, I honestly the white stuff was okay, but I had written on top of thin paper with a marker, and it went right through it, and I accidentally wrote on the back on the tabletop. How did you get a tigress? I got to be honest with you, I get a lot of stuff that you can't get yet. Because Artisan Keller and CJRB sent me a bunch of stuff. They sent me their Aryan, the tigress. I'll show you guys right now. It's not actually confirmed that it will ever come out in this color scheme, so I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be showing you guys this. I got a message from Russell saying, hey, I'm not 100% sure we're actually doing that color scheme. So here's the tigress, the way that it looks, like dimensionally, it's big and thick and kind of like Kaiser sheepdoggy, but it has like a totally different profile. But the color setup might be different than this, or the color options might be different. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, same kind of thing. Like, I mean, companies will send things a little bit early, to me and I imagine probably quite a few other people, to get, I mean, just to promote. And, you know, it's like I always say, if I'm not interested, I say no. But if I am interested, I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. So the tigress, definitely wanted to look at that. The new Artisan Keller Aryan, which this is a freaking home run. Oh my gosh. This is a home run. This is an amazing knife. You not like it when I yell?
Sorry,
What'd you say? Were you like, did you like jump? Sometimes I yell. And then yeah, like the ProTech Rockeye here, which will be available very soon. use my link to Blade HQ down in the description. Type in Rock Eye. It's not there yet, but it will be. Let's see. It's clearly too cool for some knives these days. Am I right? Spirited Whiskey, what's up, man? Thanks for popping in. Let's see here. What's the knife on the far left? Oh, sorry, yeah, it's tilted. This is the Vero Engineering Axon, the one that everybody's upset about now. Speaking of knives you can't get, oh my gosh, I do have stuff laid out that you can get. There's a lot of stuff on the table tonight that's really difficult to get. But yeah, the Vero Engineering Axon is one of those models right now that everybody's after. And once again, thanks to a viewer who had one, I was able to get my hands on it. Dale Huffstutler, welcome to the Knights of the Rounds. Knights, all hail. Dale Huffstutler. Very cool. Thank you very much. Okay. Would you guys like to see... Now, I'm not revealing my custom. I'm going to talk about the custom here in a sec. The custom is being built. It's going to be a while till I actually get the custom, right? Let's clear some space because this is pretty dramatic, right? Hang on. You guys ready? Okay. You guys all know that I've got a Hinderer XM18 3.5 inch that's titanium. But did you know that I also have an XM24 in full titanium? Yes! Did we wake up wake her up? I'm sorry. I might have woken up my daughter. I finally have an XM24 with a titanium scale. Oh my gosh. I've been trying to do this for like 8 years. So I'm going to tell you guys right now. This is not a Hinderer official titanium scale. This was actually done by Midnight Sun Industries. I contacted Curtis Berry of Midnight Sun Industries on Facebook because I heard that he does a lot of amazing work with, for scales for Hinderer knives, for scales for other stuff, right? And I said, hey, I'm really trying to get fairly close to the official Hinderer titanium scale. And by the way, before someone says, he ripped off in high Hinderer time. No, Hinderer's actual texture pattern is actually different than the diamond pattern that Curtis does. And it's slightly more reflective. Now, this matches just fine, but this is actually a little bit smaller on the texturing, and it's a little bit more grippy, but it is, every bit as satisfactory. So now this, and it, by the way, it is unmilled. I specifically said, I do not want it milled. I want it solid. So now I finally have my Triway XM24, in this case, a Harpoon Spanto, with a freaking titanium scale. God, I'm so happy. Would you guys like to see what it weighs? Should we weigh it? Huh? Oh, Zach Stuff. Hey, thank you very much for that donation. Then my wife pointed. She was like, hey, acknowledge. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. So the XM24 in full tie weighs... Here we go. You ready? 8.47. Oh, we have an update from the scale. 8.5 ounces. Thick boy. Very thick. Extra thick. Even thicker than the standard XM 18 3.5 inch titanium. And also, you can see it's ever so slightly. And also the blade stock is a little bit thicker. So, yeah. It's nice to have a matching it's nice to have a matching set here. Very cool. I'm really pumped about this one. That's a build that I've been trying to do for a long time. And by the way, for Hinderer purists, which I have been up to this point, eventually Hinderer will probably come out with XM24 titanium scales. And you're wondering, are you going to buy one because you already have one? Yeah, I will. I'll put a factory Hinderer scale on that guy. But while I wait, I've got one now, so I don't have to keep stressing over it. Let's get all the blades out here, and then we'll talk about some of this stuff. One sec. Just getting it all out here. You have any questions or anything yet? We will talk about the custom. I'm very excited. And for those of you who don't know what's going on, I'll explain it all here. Well, actually, I'll explain part of it here in a second. I just want to get this all, looking good. Dominic Romero, how much for your wife and you to eat a stick of butter? How much does that cost you, honey?
No amount of money.
Apparently the answer is just no.
I hate butter.
She hates butter. But thanks for the $5. That was nice. Another one? Oh, and 8.4 ounces. Here's $5 for a belt to keep your pants up. Thank you very much. I actually destroyed my old belt earlier, apparently. It was on the floor in the bedroom, and I stepped on it and broke it. So that will legitimately go to good use. Okay. So let's see here. Does Mrs. MC carry a knife? I mean, I have a knife that I bought her. She just doesn't carry it very much. She also has an Apple Watch that she doesn't wear. Sometimes, so like the knife sheet that I got her is actually down here, and she used to keep it in her purse, and it's partially my fault because I brought it down here for a video, and then it just stayed down here. And so I just need to give it back to her. Let's see. Yeah, she didn't carry it because you keep it down there. Yeah. So that's no. Kevin Campbell, welcome to Knights Around. Knights, raise your swords. All hail, Kevin Campbell. Can you tell when CHRB Tigers is going to be released? I would imagine within the month. That's what I'm guessing. That's what it seems like. But they don't tell me exact release dates, and I think that's probably smart. Just if they, a lot of it, like they have marketing strategies that surround that stuff. And so they don't want loudmouth idiot YouTubers like me being like, just yelling like release dates. They don't need that. So they just don't tell me. But yeah, it is super cool. I'll tell you that this is AR RPM 9. I'm guessing that this is going to be around the $60 to $70 territory, maybe a little bit higher. But it is wonderful. And if you're wondering how, is that edge, thin because the blade is so tall? Yes, it is. It's very cleavery and very slicey. So you really got the knife for yourself. Got what? No, the Tigers has to go back. Oh, your knife. Well, I don't use it. It's yours. No, it's hers. I don't use it. I mean, I got it for her, and it just ended up down here with all my other knives. The Aryan is out, but let me tell you guys this. Right now, the Aryan, which, by the way, design-wise, is a masterpiece. The Aryan, spoiler alert, it's going to be super recommendable. The only place you can get it right now is Artisan Cutlery's website. The problem with that is that they want $266 for it, which I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not super on board with. It feels more like a 200-ish knife. It's micarta on one side, and you can't see it, but there's micro milled titanium on the other. It is very, it is very, very smooth, very false shut, super easy to manipulate. This is a mega high quality knife. This coral contoured micarta is absolutely wonderful. But 266 wonderful? But I'm going to guess that once it hits retailers, that price may come down a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. That's just my gut feeling on that. You don't like the concept. So the concept is actually my favorite of the bunch. This is the Dirk Pinkerton Main Street, the full-size Main Street. Even though mine says Little Main Street, it's a misprint. Thomas Pishney, do you want to review another Rockstead? Are you going to eat the little nitro gummy bear I sent you? I still have it. It sits there and it looks at me every day like, you have to do something with me. It's that little super nuclear gummy bear that he sent me a long time ago because I had...
Like spicy?
Yeah, because of that live stream we did together. You'll eat it right now? Okay, it's over there.
Where?
Donate if you want Mrs. MC. No, they have to donate. Donate if you want Mrs. MC to eat the spicy gummy bear. I imagine it's terrible, but you already walked in.
I know.
Oh, yeah, you didn't think about that. It's a good thing you have a full glass of Gatorade. Thomas, do you want to review another Rockstead? You're going to eat the little nitro gummy. My wife apparently is going to tonight. So, yeah. That'll be fun. But anyways, before I'm going to let her kind of get ready for that. What would they say? Oh, yeah, that was. I can't believe you said you were going to do that. It's probably going to be really painful. What did you think it was? You shouldn't say it on the live stream. You thought it was something else, and you're like, I'll eat it. Wow. Oh my gosh. So anyways, this guy is, in this case, we have carbon fiber and 154 cm, excellent handle ergos, excellent profile, very, very nice action. Reverse flick, right? You got the thumb flick. Bryce Parker says eat it for $2. Yeah, this is great. Here's what's cool. 154 cm, and this magic boy comes in at $80, and you have the option of a black washed blade or a tumbled blade, and then you have an option of laminate carbon fiber or micarta in a few different colors. This is a huge winner if you like Wharncliffes. If you don't like Wharncliffes, you may not like that. Yeah, everybody's gonna like. So far you have generated $7 for the torture festival that's about to ensue. Stacy says, guess what? I finally got a new knife, a red CGRB Mylea. Hey, congratulations, Stacy. That's awesome. That's a great knife. I really liked that one. Look at Daryl Roy's question. That's what you did. You did that. You did that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my...
You can't put me on live feed.
I know. I can't. You busted into last week's live stream. Like, hey, everybody. How's everybody doing?
You have some horrible.
Huh? No, they know you're fine. Let's see here. We'll go. Can you go get that spicy bear? It's over there. The spicy gummy. I think it's like 1,000,000 Scoville.
Questions.
Yeah, you didn't ask any questions. You're like, what is it? Is it made out of wood? I'll eat it. No, it's down there on that table. Do you see it? Please.
Oh no.
Oh yes, there it is. Let's show it. Let's show it to the audience here.
It says it's combustible. Is that true?
You're asking if a small gummy bear inside of a cardboard box might explode.
It says flammable right on it.
Let me see. Nuh-uh, it does not say flammable. Oh no, that's a joke, honey. They're not actually suggesting. So here it is. Oh, I thought you were suggesting that you were worried it might explode. The Little Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear. She was concerned that it was actually combustible. It does say warning hot. This one's accurate, right? Okay, let's read. Consumer beware. This is not your ordinary gummy bear. From Flamethrower Candy Company comes the next experience for those who seek the heat. The heat. Lil Nitro has been infused with our signature 9 million Scoville. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Unit chili extract, making him 900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper.
That doesn't even sound safe.
I don't know that it is. I mean, look at this. Why don't you Google what happens? This is called the Little Nitro. Why don't you Google if like anybody's gone to the hospital and find out. I'm never gonna do any spicy stuff ever again. Should I bring you down a freaking cup of tequila afterwards, like you did? Okay, let's see here. Where's the Spidey love? Oh yeah, here's that Spyderco that nobody can get right now. Sorry, this was sent by a viewer. The Spyderco Shaman and Z-Ware and micarta. I wish that I could provide a link for you guys. Wow, people are like, wow, what an amazing live stream. Metal Complex laid out a ton of knives nobody can get, and his wife is about to eat a spicy gummy bear. Sorry, yeah, that's the Z-Ware Shaman. Which the owner of that knife sent it to me saying, could you center it? I can't get it centered. It is centered now, actually. It's beautifully centered. There you go. I got it perfectly centered for you, buddy, and it locks up well, and it's smooth, so you're good. John Doe, I talked to CJRB, and they said you should send the Tigress to me for a supplemental review. I'm serious. This is my serious face. Wow, that looks pretty serious. I'll touch base with Russell to make sure that that's actually the case. I mean, maybe it is. Okay, I mean, that's totally fine. I don't mind if that's the case, but I have to check with them. Okay. While Mrs. MC is getting on that, do you guys want to hear a little teeny tiny bit about this mysterious custom knife that I hinted at in the community? If you want to hear about that, type 1. If you're indifferent, type 2, and if you definitely don't want to hear about it, type number 3, and we'll just go with whatever you guys have it. But if you guys want to hear about it, it's pretty exciting. Okay, we have a 0, a whole bunch of 1s. Okay, all right, let's talk about it. So I have mentioned before that I have always had a fund for a custom knife. If you paid attention to all of my uploads, then you'll probably know that the most expensive knife I have ever owned was a $1,300 Praetorian tie. McSquirgle, thank you very much for that donation. Yes, thank you for working on that shaman. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, buddy. Your shaman's good to go, man. I got it centered up and it's fine. So at this point now, if it does come off-centered, all you'll have to do is just adjust the pivot because I've got your body screws in exactly the right place to hold that blade like centered other than adjusting the pivot. So you should be good like for the foreseeable future. But anyways, so the most expensive knife I've ever owned was a $1,300 Praetorian tie, which is gone now. I sold it a while back. The custom that I'm having made right now, the value vastly exceeds that. This is in a totally different caliber, above and beyond. And I never, honestly, up until like, if you'd have told me 2 weeks ago, hey, this is something that's going to happen, I would have said, you're crazy. It's not, that's definitely not going to happen. That's not something that I expect to happen for another 3 years. But it did because of a message that I received on Instagram. It's really hard to say anything else. This is probably anywhere from 1 to 3 months out. I'm not going to rush the maker, but I did get to decide everything. I got to decide the exact model, the exact specifications on everything, the materials, everything like that. I got to pick and choose every last detail. And I cannot tell you guys how excited I am. This will be like a pinnacle sort of event on the channel because it's something that it's a moment I always imagined, like when I was ready to finally own a full custom. Because you guys know that I'm much more comfortable with my own personal purchases between 400 and 600, and every now and then I venture outside of that. Yeah, this is so far above and beyond. I just never expected that this was going to happen. So I got to choose every last thing. I mean, what is coming in is literally like my ultra custom dream knife. And I mean that when I say ultra custom. This thing is wackadoodle supreme. It is beyond insano. Not everybody's going to like it. And that's fine because it's not for you guys. I mean, it's for you to enjoy visually, but it's for me to own. So I'm just really excited about it. Yeah, I mean, you guys can guess, that's fine, but I'm not going to tell you. Just understand, remember, the most valuable knife I've ever owned was a Praetorian tie, a $1,300 Praetorian tie. The knife that is being made for me right now, the value is way beyond that. So, again, I'm not going to tell you if you guess it, but it's just way beyond that. Let's see here. I will share a little bit more as the time gets closer. Where does one go to get a full custom knife? I mean, there's a ton of custom knife makers. You need to find a custom knife maker. I mean, a lot of the designers that you see, like for example, like this is a production Hinderer, but Hinderer also has custom knives. Sometimes with Hinderer, you can't get on any books. You have to go to a live show usually, or like a knife show where he's got custom knives laid out, and then you're going to pay, for a Hinderer custom, you're going to pay well over $1,000. But some custom knife makers, if they're less known and their books aren't full, you can get on their books. Sometimes you have to get on the books and you have to wait 6 months or a year or 3 years, right? And it's just how it is. There's lots and lots and lots of custom knife makers out there. Bryce Parker, thanks for that donation. My wife got this on the Strider drop and got one for my 30th birthday without me knowing. Wife knives equals God tier. First snap from her too. Knights raise them. Yes, Knights raise your swords for that. That is excellent. Very, very cool, Bryce. Awesome. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't even think about that. When is April Fool's?
Was that a serious question?
Is it April 1st? Oh, yeah. You guys might be thinking it's going to be an April Fool's thing. No. I'll probably do something stupid for April Fool's, But no, the custom knife is very real, and it has nothing to do with April Fool's Day. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, some custom knives I mean that's really crappy, 5 years, but like I would never pay for, like if somebody was like, well, I can make you one, but it's gonna be 5 years, I can be like, well, you can kick rocks. I'm not gonna wait that long. That sucks. Because like by then, like everything has changed. Like steel has changed and trends have changed. You may not even want it then. About as long as I can see myself waiting for a knife is about a year. Some people might wait longer, but me personally, I might wait a year. After that, I just don't care. This isn't gonna take that long. This is gonna be a few months. Are you gonna eat that gummy bear, or do people die from it? What'd you read?
It's like worse than the last hot sauce on that show by like 5 times.
So what did you read about what happened to people when they ate it?
I don't know. It says consume at your own risk.
Listen, my audience has paid you a grand total of $7 to eat that. If you don't want to eat it, just it's all right. So, honestly, guys, we don't really succumb to peer pressure. So, I mean, like, if she didn't want to eat it, then she's just not gonna eat it. 9 million Scoville. That's messed up. Messed up. Wow, there's almost 200 people in here. Let's see here. A custom knife or a Tesla? Decisions. The average woman thinks mayo is spicy.
For sure.
Yeah, that's definitely a comment that makes sense. Let's see here. Bears constipate you hardcore. Oh, gummy bears. I was like, bears? Bears do? Do people eat bears? Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, God, no. It is not the titanium harpoon blade Opinel. No, absolutely not. That would just be terrible. Let's see here. Custom knife. Oh, it's one of the Fortune Fire legit fully knife episode. Yeah, dude, that would be so cool. I wish there was a TV show similar to Force and Fire but it was about folding knives. Now, I mean, understandably, it's much easier for a show to be about like people forging fixed blades on the spot than somebody making a fold, because it's more complicated, right? I'm not like folding knives are better because no, I'm just saying like it makes sense. Forge and Fire makes a lot more sense because they're not making something that's on a pivot. Google gummy bear Amazon review. You're welcome. Let's see here. They've done friction. Oh, they have done friction folders. Interesting. So one of the guys who recently won literally lives like 15 minutes from us in Rush County. Yeah, I think one of the guys who somebody Google that. One of the winners of Fortune and Fire, I believe, lives in Rush County, Kansas, or Lacrosse. It's either Rush County, or I'm sorry, Rush Center, or Lacrosse, LACROSSE, Kansas, or Liebenthal. They're all teeny tiny towns that have 40 people and a goat and a mailbox, and it's literally 15 minutes from us. Lacrosse, Liebenthal, or Rush Center, as those are the towns. Is it that's Zell? Is it a custom full tie tough light hand forged by Lynn Thompson himself? I can confidently say that it is not. Well, there's your first custom fixie too, but all right, yeah. I could have him make something for me, or I could ask. I'm sure he'd be like, "What? You're on YouTube? I don't care who you are." Let's see. Do I want to review a Rockstead Shin? Maybe. Possibly. I'm about to do. I know I've been saying this for a while, but I am about to release a list of the new knives that I'm looking for. I need to get into the next week and get through the last little bit of the stuff that's on this shelf. And then I promise there will be a community post about the new knives I'm looking for. Dominic Romero, thank you very much for that donation. Eat half of the bear. It's only 4.5 million Scoville. See,
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how that works either. I think that's beyond the point where your nervous system can react to what's happening. And either way, you're just going to be fried. I think if you bit off the ear of that bear, all of your hair would burn off and you would roll around on the floor for like 30 minutes. Why are people still guessing? You're not gonna guess it. Nobody's gonna guess it. You'll just have to wait until we get closer to the date. I'm not gonna reveal any more information until I have word from the maker where they are in the process. And the first time you see it will be on a random upload on the channel. I will not show a picture of it anywhere. The first time anybody sees it will be on the channel. Let's see. That was a middle finger flick on that arts and coloring. Oh yeah, let's show that off. Because it's perfect. Literally perfect. And because it's a long slot, you can get your finger way up here and you can do it. Or if your hands are a different size and you want to come way down to the bottom, yeah, it's perfect. This is a home run. This is a wonderful, wonderful knife ergonomically and in terms of function, and just the action in general is just so smooth. The Arian is just wonderful. I love knives with straight lines. I just really do. Tell us the blade length of what? The Arian or my custom? I'm not going to tell you, but it's a big knife. My custom knife is not small. Do with that information what you will. Apparently a ghost pepper will melt your face off. Somebody, I think the same person sent me a grow your own Carolina Reaper kit, and I have not done that yet. I'm sure I'll find a use for it at some point, but I can't promise that use is going to be me consuming it. I just don't know what it is. Let's see. They're all talking about ghost peppers now. One sec, guys. Why are you watching me and judging me? They know what it sounds like when I'm consuming Gatorade off camera. They've grown used to it. Let's see here. So it's going to be quite suspense. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, like, one of my biggest major projects just got completed. I honestly think it would be, I thought it would be a long time before I actually had a full tie XM24, but somebody messaged me on Instagram and said, hey, did you know Curtis Berry does these and he's got his own diamond pattern? I think you'd really, and I was like, holy crap, those are nice. Midnight Sun Industries, guys. Curtis Berry on Facebook, actually. That's where I contacted him and I said, can you do this? And he said, yeah, no problem. It didn't take him very long. And it looks wonderful. I love this thing. It's so nice. It was nearly almost a perfect match. I mean, I don't expect like anybody outside of Hinderer, I don't expect it to be an absolute perfect match, but my goodness, does this thing look awesome. For anybody who doesn't know, full titanium XM24s are extremely rare. If you'd like an example of how rare they are, how many videos on YouTube exist of Hinderer XM24s with real Hinderer titanium scales? I'll tell you the answer. One. There is but one video on YouTube of somebody who owns an XM24 with a real Hinderer-made titanium scale. It's that guy that's in front of the white Christmas tree. And it was an old, like, Gen 1 or Gen 2 Hinderer. The other Hinderers that are titanium on YouTube, I think there's 4 or 5 videos. Those are aftermarket scales. Those are done by other people. So it's pretty rare, even with aftermarket stuff. So that's why that was such a big deal. Yeah, maybe it was Santa. Blame Texter. What flavor is the Gatorade? It is blue. It's blue. Blast. Glacier. What is blue? What is blue Gatorade? What do they call it? Glacier. Glacier Ice Storm. That's extra. Not right. It's not? Okay. No. I don't know. It's always like something. Blizzard? Arctic Blizzard Warfare. Arctic Blizzard.
It's Arctic. I don't know. I'm getting Powerade and Gatorade confused.
Warrior Ice Peak. Ice Crown Citadel. You just said the F word on a live stream. And you suggested that thing you were supposed to eat was something that it wasn't. Oh my gosh, you're just irresponsible. You're an irresponsible co-host. I'm going to get demonetized. I'm sorry. Terrible. Just kidding. It's all right. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. What about the Vero? Yeah, let's talk about the Vero action again. So, yeah, this is really nice. So, this is, as far as I understand, this is a production knife. And honestly, I feel like I heard that this particular one is outsourced to a Chinese OEM. Is it Best Deck? Oh my God. If I'm wrong about this, I'm going to feel so dumb. I don't know that for sure. That's not factual. I can't remember if that's the case or not. It could be crossed with some other information in my head, and I could have that could be totally wrong. I just can't. Oh, it is Best Deck. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, it's very nice. Not totally false shut, but my gosh, is the fit and finish good on that guy, and the blade profile and the overall profile is wonderful. Zell says, MC, we should both get very hydrated and go live sometime. I'll bring the Gatorade. Dude, yeah, that sounds great. I would definitely do a live stream with Zell. 100%. Who's my local buddy? There's Slicey. I see. What's up, man? Good to see you in here.
I literally already talked to him once tonight.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I say? No, you're wrong.
No,
man.
I'm right.
No, Slicey, have I said, were you in here? And if so, have I said anything to you tonight? I don't think that I have. I'm 100% sure I have.
I'm 100% sure that you're wrong.
Want to check out the Synapse XL. If you would, send me a picture. Either email it to me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com or send a picture of it on Instagram, and I'll take a look. I have to be really careful with the stuff that's coming in and make sure that it's beneficial and something I really, really want to look at. But yeah, please do. Gosh, did I already say? Oh my gosh, I have no memory of it.
That's rude.
He says he's been in and out. I don't remember. But anyways, I mean, yeah, of course, everybody knows Slicey. If you don't know Slicey, go subscribe to Slicey Dicey. Absolutely. The Rock Eye. Yeah, the Rock Eye's really good. I'm really glad that they brought this back. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, technically, they didn't ever say, like, it's permanently discontinued, but this is the best automatic knife that ProTech's ever done. It's just perfect. The VECP or the original Rockeye model or design translates perfectly to an automatic knife. And this new one is sporting S35VN instead of CPM 154, which is, a lot of people will love that. I think it's neat. I love CPM 154, but I also love S35. They're my two favorite steels of all time. I'm really just more excited about that model. Zell's he's like, so is anyone gonna eat that gummy bear? Maybe we should let Zell eat it. Zell, if we had you on the next live stream, would you eat it? Fast forward, it's like local YouTuber kills friend on live stream via gummy bear. I don't know if I really want to be the headline. Man, switchblades are so cool, but so illegal. They're only illegal in certain. Excuse me. They're only illegal in certain areas. So, like here in Kansas, yeah, you can carry, like, if you want to, you can walk around with 8 switchblades on you at all times.
Have you seen the knife on that guy at the bowling alley?
No.
You didn't?
No.
It's like this big.
Why would someone carry something like
I
that?
don't know.
Where, like?
I was on his belt on the
Was it a
outside.
fixed blade?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guy, everybody knows that guy. That guy who has a 12-inch Bowie knife strapped to his hip at the bowling alley. You never know when you have to, you're going to have to skin an elk, between throws on the 10th frame. You never know, guys. Let's see. I've gotten, Knife number 2 right here. This is a long discontinued Zt0392 Hinderer. Not the 0393. Nope. This is the OG, the original bad boy. Modeled after the Hinderer Eclipse, except this guy is full titanium, runs on bearings, has the lock bar insert, and the original Eclipse did not. This used to be a BWBRZ, meaning black washed bronze. It used to have bronze titanium hardware and no longer does. I replaced it with the tumbled or satin finished hardware from Hinderer. So that's pretty cool. The juicers. Bowing
It
alley.
took me so long to get it. I thought I just misspelled
Price is
bowling.
Right music
And I
playing in
was
your
like,
head.
"Oh,
What? Oh my god, what does that mean? Oh man. What's the blue knife? This is the Kaiser Prickle. An awesome front flipper, liner lock. Very cool. Nice full-size knife too. G10 and again 154 cm with awesome black liners and a black pocket clip. Yeah, this is pretty cool. If you guys like skinny front flippers, this is a winner. I like this one a lot. Very cool. Let's see here. The prickle. Yep, it's the prickle. It's just a funny word. Prickle. Looks kind of like the real steel metamorph.
he thinks you're kidding about that."
I'm still laughing about the 40 people who go in the mailbox. Yeah, have you ever driven through Kansas? Have you ever gone further west than freaking Topeka? Because that's all that's out here. You think I'm joking? Well, actually, you remember that town in Colorado that was almost
bad.
so one time, I'm not coming down on Colorado, but one time we drove through Colorado, like through some backwoods stuff, like weird, like not like way off the highway kind of roads to get to this wedding. And we went through a town that looked like I thought maybe we had traveled way into the future and like maybe there was like nuclear holocaust and like people had built shelters out of like
There's that
metal.
one poor dog.
So we saw one person. He was the mailman. He was in jean shorts. And we also saw a dog. We saw many structures that were very old and pieced together from various things. We saw a big tire. We saw a lot of abandoned lawnmowers. The vines had overtaken them, and that was it. And neither of us talked. Neither of us talked the whole way through. The speed limit was only 30, so that's as fast as we could get through. But once we were through, we booked it. I think we were doing 120 after we got out of there. Were we missing something?
I don't know. This just like. Did you say something about Kansas City?
Something about Kansas City. Oh. Yeah, we get corrected here too. Kansas City is in Missouri. Don't you know that? Yeah, we know that. We just kind of whatever. It's kind of like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of both. I mean, people are gonna be like, actually, factually, I'm a geography major. So,
like legitimately, there's a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri.
There's two set. Oh, it is two separate.
You cross the line.
Oh, yes, that is true. Yeah, so shove it.
No, I
laugh. Geography Bill. Where's Geography Bill? Oh, I forgot to tell the douche story. I forgot to clarify the thing about the poll. Oh crap. We got to talk about the poll. So, guys, the poll was half serious. It was mainly meant as a joke, but I have to tell the story about that. Hang on. I'm going to have some. You don't like the sound of that?
I don't understand why.
Sounds like an old bathtub drain. So anyways, so here's what happened. So I'm just comment. Somebody leaves a comment on a video, and I've noticed this guy's comment first. And the guy who corrected me, by the way, it's gone now. And the reason is because I legitimately did want to protect this person when I realized that if his identity was revealed because of how I went about this, that people would go nuts on him. And that's not what I was trying to do. That actually would be a douchey thing to do, for me to call him out and like point like to my audience, like, get him. That would be terrible. I would never do that. So the guy's gone. He's hidden from the channel because I don't want people attacking him. But essentially what happened was somebody corrected me on the it was the my new oh, Kiefer, thanks for that donation. Your first 2 nights are in the house. Well, awesome. Thank you very much. Was Kiefer the second night? In any case, thanks for the donation. Did that smell bad?
Yeah.
What it smell like?
Salami.
Onions and salami and Michelob. I mean Gatorade. So anyways, So somebody corrected me on the Leatherman video, and they said it's not the 25-year anniversary, or it's not the 25-year anniversary. This 25-year warranty, and I was like, oh, lol, whoops. And this guy comes out of nowhere and is like, yeah, it goes right along with his new 2021 douchebag personality. He really needs to check himself. That's why his audience is disappearing. He made all these bizarre claims about how people are disappearing from my channel, and there's not like, and he was very like, insisting. And I was like, whoa, he said, he's alienating his subscribers because he's changed so much. And I was like, whoa, what? I was like, dude, how am I alienating my subscribers? I didn't come at him hard. I said, I'm really interested in your reply. He didn't reply, but I noticed that he had also commented on another one. He commented on somebody else's video. There was somebody who was mildly upset with me for the jokes. They were like, dude, like, stop making the jokes. Just get through. Just do the review. And that's fine. Like, not everybody, thinks the jokes are funny. So I wasn't going to get mad at that person. But this guy realized, he was like, oh, I actually found somebody who's saying something similar to what I think. So he jumped on that too. Caleb Crockett, thanks for joining Knights of the Round. Knights, all hail. Caleb Crockett, raise your swords. Thank you very much. So anyways, so the guy like jumps on this, and he's like, oh, I'm so glad to find, somebody else, of course, who thinks like me. I mean, obviously this guy really needs to check himself because his audience is, disappearing, and everybody's, and I was like, dude, you do not speak for my audience. That was the part that bothered me, honestly. I get, like, people get upset with me daily. They get mad at the way I'm presenting the information. And that's fine. Like, I joke about it, and I made the whole Bill comment and all that, and it's fine. I've been fine at resist. But number one, the channel has never been anything different than it's always been. I've always operated exactly the same way. I've always been more or less, according to my wife, I've always been a douchebag. I've always cracked jokes during reviews. It's not the only thing that's changed. There's a lot more people watching. And so I was like, dude, you don't speak for my audience. I mean, you're suggesting that you do, but are you unaware that I have my own analytics that I look at? For anybody who's wondering, my rule is, as long as the like to dislike ratio, which by the way, I can always see. So please don't tell me what my stats are. That's, you can't, I mean, not saying that you guys would, but anybody who's like, trying to make that part of their argument, I can always see all my analytics all the time. If my like to dislike ratio dropped below 95%, meaning 95% likes, versus 5% dislikes, right? If it dropped below that, like to 6%, I would think there was something wrong, but it's never been any lower. The lowest it's ever been is 96.8%. So I always feel like I know, and I gauge my audience really well. I've, tried to interact with my audience in a way where I understand what people like, what people don't like, what people expect from me. I'm constantly interacting with people. So basically, I have a lot of pride in what I've built here in the community, and everybody here, I respect everybody who watches my channel. I was actually pretty infuriated that this person suggested that they spoke for everybody. That to me was actually really offensive. I was like, whoa, you can come down on me, but you do not get to pretend that you speak for my audience and then hide in the shadows of my comment section only to slink away whenever you feel like, no, you do not get to do that. So what I did, rather than attacking him further, I actually decided the best way to go about this was to open myself up for ridicule in the community post in a jokey way, right? Asking people to rate my current level of douchiness. But I was half serious. I was actually interested to find out, I wonder if people are actually bothered by this. My thought was there'd be like 100 people who would vote because nobody would care. Actually, 2,000 people voted, and it was much better. The outcome was actually much better than what I expected. Everybody was really concerned that I was going to change, and they were like, please don't. And everybody was being so nice. And it ended up being like 98% of people voted for the positive answers, and only 2% voted for like, yeah, I actually hate you and I'm annoyed. And so it was basically a, if you're going to suggest that you speak for my audience, how about we let my audience actually speak? And at the same time, open me up for public ridicule. If that's what you're claiming, then I will I'll openly accept it. And I knew that would be kind of a damning thing. So that was the story behind it. That's the reason for the poll. It was kind of a joke, but it was kind of serious. And this person is gone. And I know you guys want to go tell him what you think, but I removed him because it would not be cool to like put his name up in lights and ask people to go jump on him. It would not be cool. So that person is permanently gone. Oh, is that too long?
Yes.
So my wife is concerned, guys, that I've been talking too long.
No, oh my God, that went on forever.
So my wife's concerned that sometimes when I talk, it goes on a little bit long. I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't think I have ever gone on too long in any.
You're just fishing for compliments.
I know.
Tell me I'm not a douchebag.
Tell me I'm not a douchebag. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'll keep saying that they want you to do your Mickey Mouse voice, which apparently I've missed.
Oh! Wait, what's the intro?
Piper's gonna come running.
I know she is a don't. Yeah, she's gonna come running down the stairs. Hey everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse. And today I'm going to tell you about the Triad Lock and about how it's superior to everything else on the planet and that you can't make choices outside of the Triad Lock because you're an inferior being and you have to listen to somebody who's a lone wolf, superior, outdoors, survival expert like me. Like that? Is that what you guys wanted? Oh boy. Somebody's going to record that and it's going to be on Instagram tomorrow. It helps to have a little bit of God's work. It helps to have a little bit of Gatorade in you. Oh no. I can't do Cartman on command. Cartman is like a very specific amount of Gatorade and almost on accident. I have to trip into it. Because if I have to do it on command, I can't get it exactly right. We know why Mickey doesn't have 5. Do an Elmo voice. I don't know how to do an Elmo voice. People are going to start to assume that I have like a personal thing with the Triad, like a personal, like the Cold Steel Company is going to be like, what the hell does he have against the Triad? Just for the record, the Triad Lock itself, I think, is wonderful. And actually, most Cold Steel fans are pretty reasonable. What I'm doing is I'm mocking a very, very small percentage of Cold Steel fans that honestly, it's not just with Cold Steel. This percentage of people exists with everything, right? There's like edge geometry snobs, right? There's freaking deployment snobs. And in this case, I'm talking about lock strength snobs within a community that is Cold Steel, right? So these are essentially cultists that worship the unnecessary strength of the Triad Lock. That's who I'm making fun of, which is like 0.001% of the Cold Steel fan base. So that just so that we're clear. Let's see here. The 1%ers. Yeah, nobody likes a 1%er, right? But the 1%ers are all convinced that they, like they just tell, it's like a reaffirmation that they're like, I'm a rarity. I'm a golden gem of wisdom. No, you just ended up at a weird juncture. I think that's the problem. It was actually Eugene Kwan who, in a conversation with me the other day, put it the best, is that the 1%ers or that group of people, they don't actually care about, it's not really about what they're saying. They need, number one, their comment must be validated. And they feel owed that validation immediately. It's an entitlement thing. As soon as they comment, they believe that because they graced us with their presence, their comment deserves validation. And number two, the ego also deserves validation. That's you will find that to be a consistency with every single one of these people. And the answer is that no. The very act actually, I think, undoes itself. What? Getting deep with that? You think that's not you don't know what happens down here, do you?
I guess not.
Live stream. Oh yeah, no. Knives and nonsense is what we call the live streams. It's mostly nonsense, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. It's funny, like when they get tired of listening to me talk, they just talk with each other. But I mean, like, by the way, guys, I definitely do have an ego. I just try to keep it under control, and I absolutely can be a douche. Sometimes I can be a real douche, but the goal is to just mitigate it, right? It's not to be like, I'm not a jerk, I'm not mean, I'm perfect all the time. No, I definitely have a crappy side to me, but the goal is to keep it under control. Hunter Tatum, MC. I know you recently did a video on it, but I gotta know if anything has changed. Do you still recommend the feldspar overall, or is there something new in the works? So the feldspar is still one of my top 10 favorite budget knives of all time, but the number one budget knife that I recommend for EDC is actually the Civivi Ortis. I love the Civivi Ortis. Sean Brown says, MC, validate my comment and chug some Gatorade. Validated. It's funny, like, why did it, like, what makes me the person, other than the fact that I'm talking, what makes me the person that has to validate it, right? It's like, to those people, sometimes I want to be like, why are you seeking validation? Just, if you're already in this territory where your ego's that big, just validate yourself by not saying it. Just think it and go on with life, being okay with that.
You literally have a channel dedicated to you talking about your opinion.
Oh yeah, but they know. Here's the thing. I always tell people, I say, hey, now listen. I don't think that I'm that special.
Keep your opinions in your head, but I'm going to talk about.
No. That's not what I mean. Oh my gosh. God bless it. My wife, ladies and gentlemen. So here, let me explain this.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
No, you don't have to. That's valid. Hey,
Just funny.
your comment is valid. Okay, your comment's valid. I think it's perfectly okay to speak your mind, but to suggest that we as the audience must be forced to accept it, that it must be validated, that we can't not consider it. That's when I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes on your fire truck there, big boy. That's not okay. You can't jam it down our throat. Chris Pratt's really angry. No, they know. This is normal. So that's my point, is that, like, it's okay to, I think it's okay to say anybody to say their opinion, but I think it should be presented like, you can just ignore this. You can just not do it, because it's not like absolute. When it's presented as absolute, and when it simply must be validated, right? It must, no, listen to me. Do not ignore me, right? That's the kind of thing. It's like, I don't know, pass. We rarely talk about knives.
Well, you should talk about one.
Well, I did. I talked about all of them. This is the Rockeye. This is the Main Street. This is the Zt0392 Shaman, Hinderer XM18 3.5 inch, Hinderer XM24, the Prickle from Concept, the CJRB Tigris, the Artisan Cutlery Aurora, Zt0392, and Vero Engineering Accent.
They all think I'm being really serious.
Oh, they think you're being serious? Yeah. Guys, this is a normal. So my wife loves to troll me when she thinks I'm going overboard and there's an opportunity. She'll take any opportunity to embarrass me, and does it in public all the time. And then I have to explain myself to a bunch of people who don't care. So, no, it's really, yeah, she's not serious. Look at that comment. Do I role play with my wife and pretend you're a douchey knife nerd? Can we call that role playing? It's really just what I do naturally. What time is it? Oh, we only have like 1 minute left. This was a fun and kind of weird live stream. But at least now, everybody who came has context on what? Maurice Clemens, I would contact your physician, would be my. I don't want to make a joke, because what if it's a problem? I don't know how to answer that. Whoops, getting weird in here. Now Oh man. The Green Cleaver. So again, this is the CJRB Tigress, but guys, it's not actually confirmed that it'll be releasing in this color. This was I believe it says Proto. Yeah, it actually does say Proto. You guys can't see it. It's the bottom word right there. It is not confirmed that it will be releasing in this color setup. The Tigress is going to be releasing, as far as I know, soon, but possibly not in this exact color setup. It might have some different options. I don't know. Junior or senior Maurice? Well, he's talking to somebody else. Yeah. That's Zach. What's up, Zach? Subscribe to Zach stuff, everybody. The Shaman is not mine. It was sent by a viewer for centering and for review. Oh, that was a nasty one. Oh, that one was nasty. What did we say though? Well, I was like, nasty. What was the word? Oh, God. Oh, that's right. I can't blaspheme. Hey, is Slicey in here? We have to remember to not blaspheme.
You have nice kitchen knives. No, you don't.
I don't. I have one nice kitchen knife. Open that bottom drawer down there.
You are keeping a kitchen knife down here?
Yeah, it's David's. Open
While
it up.
I do all the cooking?
Not that, honey, it's not like a kitchen knife.
I can't actually use it?
No. Here, give me that. I have one nice kitchen knife.
No.
That I still have not shown on the channel. Hang on. I'll show it again tonight. I'm going to leave the guards on. This is the Mattia Borani Bowie Chef in San Mai. And it is very beautiful. And as you can imagine, very sharp. Honestly, it makes the Opinel seem like a stupid rock that can't cut anything. This thing is wickedly sharp and very, very nasty. This is my buddy David's, who has actually developed a friendship with the guys at Bag Knives. And those of you who know Mattia Borani. So David actually enjoys cooking and working with kitchen cutlery. So Mattia Borani's new kitchen cutlery line was very appealing to him. So I think they worked out some kind of deal on that. I've ever questioned what you do for a living. Has your wife questioned what you do for a living? Never. Who says that I do this? That's probably something we talk about some other time. Do you question it?
Why anyone listens to you? Yeah.
Why anyone listens to me? Yes. In the beginning, yeah, she did. She was like, "Can you really make this work?" But now, no. I mean, the channel has been great. It's been going like this for a long time, and we're both happy.
How often do you do the cooking?
Sometimes.
Oh,
I could say
what?
20%.
What?
15%. 15 to 20. The actual answer. No matter what noises she makes, 15 to 20%.
What have you cooked in this 15 to 20%?
I have made nearly successful macaroni and cheese. One time I forgot to put powder in. So now
you're telling them 20% of the time we eat macaroni and cheese.
Sometimes I make sandwiches for the kids. Sometimes I put goldfish on a plate. I mean, what is cooking really? Like feeding our children? Like, do I have to cook, like cook a fish on an open fire, like on a stove? Or if I just put, gummy bears and goldfish crackers on a plate, as long as they're getting sustenance, that counts. I cooked sometimes. It's not nearly. My wife usually does all the more complex cooking. That's kind of a funny joke there. But yeah. You don't want food poisoning, do you, Miss Simpsy? She doesn't usually, unless I make stir fry. Tell them about my stir fry.
You haven't made it in 5 years.
But how good is it?
It's good.
Amazing.
It's also pregnant.
She was both times pregnant with the first and the second kid. You wanted that magic stir fry, and it has a lot of calories, but that was her favorite thing in the whole world. So it's bar chicken for the kids when the water's that time. McDonald's. Yeah. Our daughter had McDonald's tonight.
Let's know if there's anything else you do outside of work besides being a douche.
No. Any other good questions before we sign off?
What's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite thing to cook? Let me think about this. What is my favorite thing to cook?
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. I actually am pretty good at like if you lay out a bunch of bacon and sausage and eggs and maybe some tortilla shells or everything you can imagine, hash browns, everything you want for breakfast. As long as I have multiple hot surfaces and a microwave, I can make sure. Huh?
No,
Sometimes you need a
I know,
microwave.
okay.
Don't laugh at
I
me.
wasn't.
So if I got multiple people waiting for breakfast and they expect all of their food to be hot at the same time, I will get it cooked perfectly. It will be hot. I love cooking breakfast. I like waking up, having a cup of coffee or two, cooking breakfast, and just smelling breakfast smells and like being, I don't know, I enjoy that. It's really fun.
You didn't know you had kids. What first knife would you get them?
It wouldn't, I know people might expect me to say Victorinox Cadet. I don't think I'll do that. I think my son's first blade will be a locking blade and it'll be a single blade. It'll probably be something pretty simple. I don't know. Probably something that I think the best first pocket knife for a kid is something that almost requires two hands to open, but is a locking blade. I think maybe a lockback or possibly something from Cold Steel isn't a bad idea. I think maybe the Spyderco Native, the Native 5 is a great first pocket knife. It'd be a very expensive for first pocket knife, but it's smaller. It's going to have good steel. It's going to have good balance. It's going to be plenty strong. It's going to be a reliable tool. It doesn't necessarily require two hands to open, but it is one of those knives that's not nearly as fidgety. So there's not the, it's not going to compel him to do that. It's more of a, you have to be kind of readily aware of what it is you're doing. The movements are a little bit more deliberate to disengage it or to open the knife. So yeah, something like that, I think. The open L. Fart powder on the open L. No, canned fart. Thank you. No, thank you. Open L, poo-poo knife.
So does only your son get a knife?
Poo-poo town, population, open L. Sorry. What?
Does only your son get a
Well,
knife?
my daughter will also have a knife, but my son will reach the age of knifedom first.
Oh, okay.
One more question. I'll let you pick, and then it's time. We gotta go because we're gonna watch Schitt's Creek. Anybody else watch Schitt's Creek? Because that is a wonderful show, and we are on season 4. 5.
What is your deal?
Sometimes I do that to pass the time when neither of us are talking. Come on, you gotta read a question. Or I'm gonna keep farting. Nobody's asking questions. They're just saying there's like 1 and 2 word answers. Is there UFC after this? Am I keeping you guys? I'm sorry. UFC is always on when I do my live streams.
Who's your favorite character in Schitt's Creek?
David. 100%. David is hilarious. Oh my God.
You, David.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know.
All right, guys. It's time for us to sign off. Thank you for joining us for a fun and special evening. Thank you for continuing to support me. Seriously, it was very flattering how many people, if you were somebody who jumped in on that poll and expressed not wanting me to change, thank you. That was really nice. I'm really glad that you guys enjoy my content, support me, are here. Those of you who come to the live stream every week. Thank you. Seriously, this is wonderful, and it makes me motivated to keep going. So that's awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. You want to say bye?
Bye.
You want to do my outro?
What's that?
Well, like usually it's like, that's going to be pretty much it today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that middle complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody. and have a great day. Serious though. Seriously though. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye.